Hello, my name is Nora Muise, and I serve on the leadership team at Christ the King Parish, as well as a number of other parish ministries. I'd like to share a reading with you today that has given me hope. Hope that I can be healed and forgiven, and hope that I could be closer to Jesus. The reading I'm going to share is from Luke chapter 8, verses 43 to 49. As he went, the crowds pressed in on him. Now there was a woman who had been suffering from hemorrhages for 12 years. And though she had spent all she had on physicians, no one could cure her. She came up behind him and touched the fringe of his clothes, and immediately her hemorrhage stopped. Then Jesus asked, "Who touched me?" When all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the crowds surround you and press in on you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I noticed that power had gone out from me." When the woman saw that she could not remain hidden, she came trembling. And falling down before him, she declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him and how she had been immediately healed. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace." About a dozen or so years ago, I began to experience a change in my faith life. I began to develop a deeper understanding of myself as a daughter of God, and I began to see my life, present and past, in a different light. There were times in my past that seemed to be illuminated for me, like a great spotlight was shining right on it, and I was not proud of myself or of my actions. I felt ashamed, and I regretted choices that I had made in my youth. Around that same time, I began to listen to the music of Danielle Rose, a young woman of great faith who writes and sings songs that really spoke to me about God. One of these songs is based on the story I just shared with you. In it she sings, "If I touch him, he will heal my heart that bleeds. If I touch him, he will give me all I need." Those words seemed to go straight to my heart. The more I thought about this woman, the more I identified with the shame that she felt. I was aware that she had done nothing to deserve the shame, that it was not the result of her own choices or her own actions, and I could not say the same. Yet what became clear to me was that in spite of her fears, she had the courage to approach Jesus, to turn to him in hope and faith, and in doing so, she was healed. But she did have to approach him and confess that she had been the one to touch him. She could then go in peace, having been made well by her faith. It sounds a little bit like reconciliation, doesn't it? Reading or singing about this scripture made me think about doing the same thing, about reaching out to Jesus to try to touch him. It gave me hope that I could be healed of the shame and sorrow that I felt, and that I could experience some of the peace that Jesus can give. It gave me hope that Jesus could take my brokenness and make it whole again. I'd like to say that that's exactly what happened for me, just in an instant like that it did for the woman in the scripture, but that would not be the truth. It took quite a bit of time for me to understand and accept Jesus' love and mercy. And really, I'm a work in progress. Jesus is still working on me. I am still a sinner. I still need to turn to him, to trust in his love and mercy, to be healed by him. But when I read or sing about this story, it fills me with hope, with the knowledge that when I can do just that, I can be healed and know the peace of Christ. So today, if you have moments of pain or sorrow, like I did, don't be afraid to turn to Jesus, to reach out to touch his cloak. He's ready and waiting to heal us when we place our hope and our trust in him. God bless.